Okay, this may be a very strange way to record a video, but I feel like it's the only way to kind of like, sum up how I'm feeling really about my current situation, about the future. Everything that I'm dealing with is, it's directionless. There is no actual way to resolve my issues. There is no certain path I can go down. And this is all as a result of taking a antidepressant, an SSRI, which I used to be on since 2016. 2019, I had I was stupid, I was foolish, let's just say. I decided to stop taking the medication altogether because at this time I was taking them every other day, and it reached a point where basically, I just didn't feel any negative side effects. I didn't feel any issue taking myself off, and I was absolutely fine. I mean, apart from the untreated trauma, which is another topic altogether, I didn't have any emotional instability. I was sleeping well at night. I could feel my happiness still. I could feel my emotions. There was no issue there. And my prolactin levels were fine as well. Yet, come this year, I felt pressured somehow to basically restart on antidepressants. This was because basically in the UK, mental health care is absolute shite sometimes. You're lucky to find someone who can help you here. You're lucky to find someone who knows what your best interests are and who likes to focus on your needs instead of just basically think, one size fits all. Because unfortunately, where I'm from, or unfortunately my experience, has been the complete opposite. So, because I was confused and lost and thought, okay, I'm still dealing with anxiety, I'm still dealing with all these negative thoughts that appear. I mean, okay, look, I know this doesn't sound great. It's not an ideal way to live. It's not an ideal way to live your life. And I did say a few seconds ago that basically I had no issues. But what I'm basically referring to is in contrast to having absolutely no emotions and feeling the way I did in 2019 when I stopped antidepressants, stopping was an absolute bliss. But anyway, like I was saying, I thought to myself, I'm still going through depression, I'm still going through anxiety, and all throughout my life, all I've been told is that I need to be on medication. There's no other way to help me. No therapy, nothing. So I thought, okay, since no one wants to help me, maybe I can take these antidepressants and be a little bit more happier, and maybe work towards doing more things. Maybe it'll boost my motivation. So in not 2 days, 3 days, I was taking sertraline 50 milligrams, and instantly it felt like something happened to my nervous system. It felt really weird. It was like something suddenly stopped in my head. It was like all my thoughts stopped, everything went silent, there was nothing. I was just hyper aware of everything, and there was no emotion, there was no racing thoughts, there was nothing. So I thought, okay, what's going on here? So come night time, I was still okay on the first day. I was thinking, okay, maybe this is okay. Come night time, I was struggling to sleep. Now, in 2016, when I was first prescribed Zoloft, I remember having an issue where my emotions flatlined and I lost the ability to sleep. And the insomnia was the worst part of it because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. It really got to the point where I was convinced that I weren't going to be able to make it out of there. So when I first started feeling difficulty with my sleeping, I thought, oh God, is this happening again? Am I going through the same issue? I didn't want to go through the same issue. I've already been through it. It's bloody hell. So I thought, okay, second day passed, still no improvement in my sleep, and I was just noticing that these issues were like resurfacing. So I thought, okay, what is the next best thing to do? I haven't got a psychiatrist, I haven't got a psychologist, my GP doesn't give a rat's ass about me, so what do? I decided to stop cold turkey. And that is a problem in itself, because going cold turkey is absolutely dangerous. You can't just stop medication without anyone's guidance or support. You can't do it. So basically, cold turkey, I'm not sure what part of it is cold turkey or what part isn't, because let's just say ever since stopping, or ever since starting and then stopping, I've been completely void of my emotions, apart from sadness and depression. Now, you may be thinking, okay, maybe it's your depression that's taken away your emotions. Well, here's the issue. Since August, I could not even feel sadness or depression. I just felt nothing. and it's the happy emotions that are gone. Like, I want to be happy right now. I want to jump up for joy. I want to be able to do stuff, but I can't feel happiness. Now, compared to like all the years I've spent with depression, because I've been diagnosed in 2012 at the age of 13, so I thought, you know, well, I mean, compared to that, I still had my happiness. I still had a choice to be depressed or to get up and smile. There were still moments through my depression where I weren't completely emotionally blank. I was able to get out of bed. I was able to feel everything. I was able to sleep. And all this got disrupted. So now, 6 months after this uneventful event, I'm now sat here thinking, well, what do I do? My prolactin has shot through the roof. I've just had a brain scan Friday to basically see what's going on. I haven't got my results until next week, obviously, but what's the next point of call? What should I do? Because when I was taking Zoloft last time, my emotions did resurface, and I think that happened a month or 2 months after taking it. But I've left it so long now, and I'm thinking, well, if I put myself on, would that just prolong everything that I'm dealing with now? The worst of my symptoms have been mania. 2 whole months I've been feeling manic episodes pop up. In fact, when I first started, for the first 2 weeks, I was completely manic. I was shaking, I was agitated, I was happy, I was delirious, and it weren't great. And I did that all on my own, and trying to think about going through that again or prolonging it. Because they say there's a chance that all of this can come back when you wait, that maybe time can heal. But what about if I'm not healing? What about if I'm not going to get out of it? There's no telling. There is no telling what is the best way to go. So right now I'm kind of bent between, do I start taking Zoloft again? Do I take it for 4 weeks and then decide to stop? Because really I took it for 3 days. Side effects take longer than that to go. So if I'm stuck with a side effect, I've got to decide what to do. I mean, they say Anhedonia, which is what I've got, is comparable. It's basically caused by dopamine deficiency, and also prolactin can be brought on by dopamine deficiency, because the lower your prolactin level, no, the higher your prolactin level are, the lower your dopamine. So, but I'm recording this because I want to make sure that I've got a diary out there to basically explain and monitor what's going on, and to basically, well, keep track of everything. Because if I do go on Zoloft and it screws me up, I want to be able to look back on this and say, right, how coherent was I? Was I able to speak? Was I able to, think? Am I delusional? Am I going through mania again? Because really, before starting antidepressants, I was not manic. Well, before starting this one anyway, I've never been manic. Not even when I stopped in 2019. So, anyway, this is just me talking about antidepressants. Hope that someone got something out of this. If you're in the same position as me, just know that you're not on your own, because it's absolute hell. I know what you're going through. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I wouldn't basically wish this on anyone, because it's just too much to deal with. But anyway, thank you very much for listening.